You know, if there's one corner you want to be sent to, it's this one. All right? Cinema Corner. And that's what we're doing here. Of course, we have, you know, incredibly angry most of the time producer Charles. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Tom.
You're just not angry when you're at the movies.
That's true.
Well, what do you have for us this week?
Well, we got quite a few good ones that came out this weekend.
Oh,
So
okay.
let's jump right into it.
Do it.
Okay, first up, we have the new Naked Gun. So,
Yep.
PG-13, as you expect, crime, action, comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually the fourth film in the Naked Gun franchise.
Okay.
And it follows the son of Lieutenant Frank Drebin, who must succeed in his father's footsteps to prevent the closure of Police Squad. So, taking on the role of Frank Drebin Jr., we have the one and only Liam Neeson.
I love Leslie Nielsen in these.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm looking forward to seeing Liam Neeson.
I was very interested to see how Neeson took on a comedic role, because you see him more serious.
Yeah, I've
And-
seen him do a little bit of comedy, and
Yeah.
he's got the chops.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think he did great as in this comedic
Okay.
spoof noir, you know.
Spoof noir, I like that.
So starting alongside Neeson, we have in kind of Priscilla Presley's-esque role,
Right.
the one and only Pamela Anderson. Mm-hmm. So two big names.
Yes.
And then there's plenty of other people you're going to recognize throughout the film as well. So, the fourth film, though, was actually originally planned for 2009 with Leslie Nielsen. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
But it was actually scrapped due to financial reasons.
Okay.
And then he passed away in 2010.
Right.
So then back in 2021, they hired on Seth MacFarlane, who most people know from Family Guy.
Of course.
And he was hired on to develop this new project. So he was originally supposed to direct, but then he kind of stepped back and he's more just an EP
Okay.
for it. But, you know, he still probably had his hand in some of
If
it.
you're going to do stupid funny, he's a good person
absolutely.
to have in the mix. Yeah.
Absolutely. If you're a fan of the originals, you'll probably definitely like this one. I feel like
Okay.
it's on equal level. It is so funny right off the bat. The opening scene, this just cracked me up. I highly suggest you go watch this in the theater, though, because you have that audience engagement, hearing everybody else laugh, and you know it's funny, and it's not you just yourself at home being like, was that actually funny, or was it just me?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, what I like is the casting, because Leslie Nielsen, earlier in his career, was a heavy. You know, he was kind of a bad guy, or very, you know, the leading man, very straight. And then he went and he showed his comic chops, which were great. So Liam Neeson, a heavy,
Yeah.
you know, and now he's showing his comic chops. I'll be interested to see how that all develops.
Right. I definitely would like to see him in more comedic roles as he goes forward.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, he's definitely very versatile in his acting.
Oh, yeah.
Tons of visual and running gags throughout this. You
Good.
probably need to watch it multiple times to catch all the visual gags.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many sprinkled throughout. It definitely gives honor to the first ones, you know. I mean, it doesn't like linger too much on it, but it definitely pays tribute to them.
Okay, but setting its own way.
Yes,
All right,
exactly.
very good.
I will say I hope there's more of The Naked Gun with Liam Neeson.
Well, it'll depend on how much money it pulls in.
That is true. That is true. Well, speaking of money, worldwide, it's made $28.5 million so far on a budget of $42 million.
All right.
So just getting started. You know, some people might be a little skeptical on it. I will say, I only saw this trailer one time.
Yeah.
But they had one trailer where they were like, "You need to help us save comedy," and it shows a bunch of scenes from all these other comedies. And it's Liam Neeson like, "For one movie ticket, you can help save a comedy film."
Yeah, I like that.
And I only saw it once, but I was like, "That's honestly great."
That's very Mel Brooks-like.
Yes,
that
that's
kind of publicity.
very true.
yeah.
I was like, that's great. Love that. They should do that more often. But it's a very good one. I highly suggest you watch it, especially if you like the originals.
All right.
So
All right,
moving
sounds good.
on from away from comedy, we have Together. This is an R-rated supernatural body horror. Yeah, not everybody's cup of tea. But this follows a couple played by Dave Franco and Alison Brie who move to the countryside and find themselves encountering a mysterious force that horrifically causes changes to their bodies. So, in my opinion, this is the best horror movie of this year so far.
Really?
I really liked it. I'm not the biggest horror fan
yeah, I know.
to begin with, but this one I just really loved.
Okay.
I think that Dave and Allison, you know, they're married in real life. They're a couple.
Okay.
I think they brought their chemistry really well to
That
this film.
may be part of it if it's that
Yeah,
good.
it feels like they really brought their all. This is actually the directorial debut of Michael Shanks, who also was the writer for this.
Okay.
So I feel like great start to his directorial debut, for sure. Some good jump scares in there, I will say. It definitely kind of has you on the edge of your seat sometimes on what's going to happen.
Okay.
I think they had great special effects and CGI, though, too.
That always
Which
helps.
definitely helps, especially with body horror. Now, like I said, body horror is definitely not, I mean, horror in general is not for everybody, but body horror especially is not for everybody.
Yeah.
My advice is don't let that deter you from watching it, because it's just super good. Up there with The Substance.
Okay.
But there is some...
So now, just so I get it right, when you talk about body horror, that's like growing something out of your back.
Yeah, like disfiguration,
Okay. All right.
you know,
Okay.
that kind of stuff, yeah. But there is some controversy surrounding this film.
Uh-oh.
There's a plagiarism lawsuit currently going on from a 2003 film called Better Half. According to the filing, Better Half was pitched to Franco and Brie, who rejected the offer to star because they wanted to produce it themselves. The claims that say there's supposed similarities between the two films, but Michael Shanks has denied those allegations, stating he wrote and registered his first draft of Together back in 2019.
Okay.
I wasn't aware of any of this controversy going into the film, but two people after I've seen it have mentioned that they've heard this, and I'm like, it'll be very interesting to see how that lawsuit plays out.
Yeah.
You know, especially if what Shanks says is true, and he registered that back in 2019.
Okay.
So, worldwide, it's made $10.9 million so far on a budget of $17 million. So, usually horror films, unless they're like a big name one, they're
Yeah.
going to be smaller. So,
True.
It is a good one though.
True,
So
true.
I suggest it.
Okay.
Now, moving on to something for the kids, we have The Bad Guys 2.
Now wait, I saw Bad Guys and it was pretty good.
You saw the first one? Okay.
Yes, I did.
Good. So this is like the same one as the first, PG heist comedy.
Yeah.
So we rejoin the bad guys who are struggling to find trust and acceptance in their newly minted lives as the good guys until they're pulled out of retirement and forced to do one last job by an all-female squad of criminals.
Oh no.
I know. So we do have our returning voice cast from the original. Nobody's been replaced or anything. But then we have three new characters joining the cast. We have Danielle Brooks, Natasha Leone, who her voice is just so recognizable and I love her.
Okay.
And then Maria Baklava. So even from the original cast, a very well-rounded group of vocal talent.
All right.
This is definitely a very good family movie. Now I have to ask, what did you think of the first one then, back when you watched it?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a fun animation. I like animation films, and just because they may pitch it as something for kids, I like good animation.
I agree. I think a lot of people, like you said, they think animation, they're like, oh, that's for kids.
Uh-huh.
No, there's a lot of animation that's for adults.
Sure it
I mean,
is.
and who says animation has to be for kids? You
It
know?
doesn't. And it doesn't have to be an adult story. A
Yeah,
good story
exactly.
is a good story.
Exactly. It definitely is fun if you go watch this in the theater to hear the kids enjoying the film.
Oh, yeah.
The laughter. They especially really like the fart jokes as kids.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
But it's just as good as the first one. So if you like the first
Okay.
one, I think you're really going to like the second one.
All right.
For both films, I really like the animation style of The Bad Guys that DreamWorks does. So I won't be surprised if they continue the franchise from here. You know, as you say, especially it has to do with money. But I mean, I think that they have a good one going for The Bad Guys.
Well, DreamWorks tends to do good work.
DreamWorks,
And-
they put out
and-
good quality, yeah.
Yeah, and they tend to turn a profit. And
Yeah.
you'll see 2, 3, 4 things
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, look at Shrek. We're getting a fifth one or a sixth one this
Yeah.
next year,
Yeah.
whatever number we're on. I always mix them up.
Shrek 11-7.
Exactly.
I think is it.
Now, worldwide, this one made $44.5 million on a budget of $80 million so far. The Bad
Okay,
Guys.
so they made
But-
all right, half the money back
Yeah.
right away.
But you're looking for something to take the kids to before school? There you go.
There you go. All right.
So moving on, we're going to go back to horror for a second.
Ah.
This is a supernatural horror. This is called Shaman.
Oh.
So a missionary converting an indigenous community in a remote Ecuadorian volcano must come to terms with her own faith when her son is possessed by dark forces. So this stars Sarah Canning, who you might know from The Vampire Diaries, Jet Klein, who played Tommy Maximoff in WandaVision.
Okay.
He's actually in this. It's kind of funny to see how much he's grown since WandaVision came out.
Yeah.
And then also Daniel Gillies, who also was in The Vampire Diaries and also the originals, you might recognize.
Okay.
So Canning and Klein just really shine in this film. They really bring their acting chops.
Okay.
And I definitely will be excited to see where Jet Klein goes. as he's doing more and more film and TV.
Yeah.
Especially after WandaVision, too. This is actually directed by Antonio Negret. He's very impressive as a director, like his portfolio.
Yeah.
He's done if you ever watched any of the Arrowverse shows on the CW,
Yeah, I've watched a couple of them.
He directed almost one from every show.
Oh, okay.
He's got the Vampire Diaries, just a wide
So he's got
variety
the
in
chops.
TV, yeah, and even
All
his
right.
own film. So he definitely has the chops. This was actually shot in Ecuador. Beautiful location. They're actually shot at the base of a volcano in Ecuador.
Oh.
So it's just beautifully shot. It actually releases this weekend though, in select theaters and on digital. So if you're looking for another horror, it's coming.
I'm not.
Well, if you are and aren't Tom Turton. But
I know a lot of people like them. It's just my idea is different when it comes to horror. It's more
Yeah.
suspense for me than, shock
Yeah.
movement. And
And this isn't really like a gory horror or anything like that,
Yeah.
But it'll keep kind of a little in suspense and
well, that may be
know.
a little closer to what I would,
Yeah.
if I'm going to go watch one.
I enjoyed it more than I thought since I'm not the biggest horror fan.
Yeah.
So I definitely enjoyed it. But
Okay.
So moving on to what else comes out this week. On Wednesday, we have Angel Studios' new film Sketch, where all these drawings this little girl doodles come to life.
Yeah.
So that stars Tony Hale and Darcy Carden, two powerhouses, honestly.
Yeah.
So-
Is that a kid's movie?
It is a kids movie. It's PG
Okay.
or PG-13. I can't remember which one, but it is a kids movie.
All right.
Technically. And then coming out this weekend, we have Weapons, which might take the top for best horror film.
Really?
It's got a lot of buzz around it.
Okay.
It's a very highly anticipated one, honestly. But then also we have the sequel everybody's been waiting for, Freakier Friday.
Oh, yes.
With
I
Lindsay
see.
Lohan.
Yeah, I see promotion for
Yes,
that everywhere.
Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis, they're back. I really like the first one. I'll be interested to see how the second one goes. Sometimes sequels really fall off how the first one was.
Yeah. Is this a Disney though?
It's Disney, yeah.
I don't know. It'll fall. I don't know if
Yeah.
it'll fall off or not. But
then-
that was a movie that everybody
Oh
enjoyed.
yeah, even right now, if you go back and rewatch it, it's
Yeah.
a really enjoyable one.
Yep.
But then also we have My Mother's Wedding that has Scarlett Johansson in it this weekend as well.
Okay.
So coming to streaming though, on Wednesday we have a Prime Video original called The Pickup. This has Eddie Murphy, Keke Palmer, Pete Davidson in it.
Heard
So
a lot of stuff on that.
I feel like Eddie Murphy hasn't done a lot lately, so it's kind of fun to see him back going
Yes.
into a movie.
Yeah.
So then on Friday we have the horror movie The Monkey on Hulu, and Saturday we have Freaky Tales on HBO Max with the most recognizable person in that one is Pedro Pascal.
Okay.
Freaky Tales is probably not the one most it's really good, but it's a different kind of film. It's in 3 chapters. It's kind of retro 80s-esque. It's a fun one though. So
But it has Pascal in it.
it does, yes.
That probably will make it a pretty good film.
Right. It's the year of Pascal.
It truly is. Truly is.
But that's what we've got this week.
That's it.
That's it.
That was a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So big screen, small, it's all there for you. All right. Cinema Corner. Join us next week.